on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you apple, plum, and apricot too.
Guys, well, why don't we kick it off by talking about each of you, how you guys see the show, and you can describe it in your own words, you know, what it means to you and why you got involved in the project. So, yeah.
So, in my own words, I think it's quite a rite of passage, kind of coming of age kind of show to me. Like, especially, obviously, for Charmaine, but also for Lucy, and all the characters, I think, in their own way, have a little coming of age, no matter their age. Mm-hmm. And why I got involved with this lady right here, Charmaine, that's plain and simple.
Yeah. Definitely, it's a journey of self-discovery, I think, and awareness, I think, particularly for your character.
I'm just trying to figure out how we get the separation between me, the person, and me, the character.
That is true.
That's true. Isn't that how we bring the characters to life?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Even though it's not me, but it is me, but it's not me.
Right. I think it's about flooding the gates of people and their identities and coming to terms with who they are as a person and just owning their identity. And
I had fun writing it. I have a wicked sense of humour, so a lot of it is obviously in there. I think it's just about different types of love, and obviously the lead character has trouble loving in an honest, open way, and I think it's really crucial that this character Lucy kind of reintroduces her to like a safe love for her again. Like, she's obviously been burnt. It's a growing up story for me, so for not me, my character. That distinction again.
It is you.
Yeah, not me, that is me. But you know, I think it's a story about it. That kind of like cusp of your 30s is an interesting time when you're kind of getting more responsibility, but then you're like, hang on, I don't want all that responsibility. But like,
pick and choose, please.
Pick and choose.
And it happens so quickly,
exactly.
you don't know it's coming.
And I should be having kids, but why don't I just look after other people's kids, and that will be a nice interim, and I won't commit to my girlfriend, or will I? I don't know. So it's that kind of mess of your 30s as well. So
amazing. And like, obviously we tackled lots of different themes and stuff. So I mean, talk to me about like what really inspires you about the project.
For me, it was just such a the nitty grittiness of it was what grabbed me, and I wanted to do something that is talking straight up about gender, talking straight up about race, talking straight up about these funny relationships that we sort of go, oh, that feels funny, but I'll just put it in a box and I won't think about it for a couple of years until it comes out back as a demon or a ghost or whatever form it takes.
I guess it provokes a bit of thought, but it's just in your face, you know. It's so
it's in your
out
face.
there, you know, like, and then it's just, and I like that. It needs to be confronting.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's also funny, because it is confronting, and it's saying stuff that you're thinking but you're not saying, you know.
And it's funny. It's a funny script. And it's got some really funny quirks in it about people and how they are in life and what they do and, you know, who they are and stuff like that. And I think that just kind of evolves in the play. And I think the reason why I was passionate about it was because I think we can all identify with those characters on some sort of level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And for you, I mean, obviously this is very close to home because there was lots of different things that you tackled. I'm sure stuff that you know, tackled personally in life. So you put that into your work, which is really incredible. So just, you know, talk me through, you know, the inspiration behind some of that and your feelings behind it.
Well, it's actually like super organic. So I think, you know, I didn't set out to go, I'm going to do this thing that deals with gender, like sexuality and females and being black in an all-white country. Actually, the truth is that a lot of that happened. Like, I waited for a guy outside his house so I could get my rental bond money back. I had a Chinese guy called me nigger, or nigge, in my house while he was renovating. Nigger, which is actually
Wow.
okay. So a lot of them are like really funny anecdotes from my life, and I just kind of built them out. But I think it's like a really like fortuitous byproduct that it does deal with stuff that I think needs to be tackled on Australian screens at the moment. Like, we need to see more female writers and more females doing it. I'm super proud that it's like a mostly female cast. I think it's amazing.
I think
Completely
that's
unintentional, but like that's
Really?
yeah. I think it's like really, really cool, and I think a big bugbear for me right now is the lack of diversity on screens, particularly in Australia. And I think the world's doing all it can to catch up.
It's these kinds of shows and it's this kind of platform where you can use it as a voice to actually spread a better message to the younger generations and start to, you know, create a pavement for change, which is essentially, I think, what we want to see from a show like this.
Absolutely, you know? And I think authentic voices drive that as well, because I think there's still a lot of stuff being made, like, that's kind of like, oh, let's do a diversity project, but it comes from an inauthentic voice.
And like, talk to me about like the format, because obviously web series is something that's, you know, up and coming and it's new, and you know, what excites you about doing something different like that?
I like breaking rules. I like doing, like,
Sweet.
obviously that bold tone of voice that's in
Get
the
that.
show. It's kind of in me too. But I just wanted something that you could just break. And it was funny, as I was dealing with people along the way and through the development process, people were like, no, but in television you do this, this and that, and there must be like a first act, third act, this and this development. And I'm like, it's web. Let's fuck shit up.
Yeah.
I'm like, why the hell not, you know? Like,
Yeah, totally.
It's exciting.
The platform that Charmaine has chosen to do this through pushes it out there,
Yep.
and it's so accessible and familiar for those people that aren't your friends that are just going to watch it because, like, they have to watch it. Oh, people go, oh, cool, that's something I know. I know what that platform is.
The
Totally.
internet is such a powerful tool,
Massive.
and
Yeah.
you know, if used wisely and well, get those ideas out to a greater audience. And I think the most important part is because obviously, especially with the youth, you know, they're dealing in a much more electronic age than probably some of us were.
Yeah,
and those two, you know,
totally.
So
Yeah,
this is a greater way to get these kinds of messages and shows that they, you know, that they understand that there is no normal. I think that that's a really important, you know, that
Yeah.
we're all the same, we're all suffering, we're all, you know, we all love, we all hurt, we all have all those things, and all these different things aren't necessarily what makes us different, you know, because in the end we're all the same, we're all human.
Yeah.
We're all in the same world.
Yes.
We're all in the same world.
Indeed.
Guys, let's talk about your characters, because I think that's a really important part of the
I
show.
really love this character. Like, when I read the script the first time, I was cracking up.
Yeah.
And I just, it reminds me of my aunties. Like, I'm full on related to people like this. And I'm just like, that's going to get out there. Yeah, it's fine.
Auntie.
In a loving way, she's funny, but at the same time, she's got such good intentions, you know? And I know it's based on some stereotypes with Asian people, but some of them are just, are like that. You know, it's all open, if you know what I'm saying. Like, they care for you, they'll just say it, you know, but they just say it in the wrong way.
Really?
You know, the first thing they'll say to you is, oh, okay, like, oh, you're fat, like, why are you, you know, what the hell? Like, but they're saying that from
Wow.
a point of view of, they care for you, so what's wrong with you? You're fat, right?
It's important that you connect with your characters, I think. You know, it's important that you can put a bit of yourself and you can find something as well they can take from life and aspire to it. I think that's really great. It's what brings it to life, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you've got a funny story about how
I
you
know.
connected with your character.
So she's nothing like me. Put that out there. She's nothing like me. I know you're gonna differ.
I didn't.
I'm
say
a bit
nothing.
quirky, but she's on a high most of the time. She's a booze addict, so I'm completely different. I mean, I went to a rehab clinic to do some more research on this character
Amazing.
at St Vincent's Hospital. I was just watching how they behave and how they talk to each other and how they eat and what they think and all that. It was just really interesting to see how she was and what she does, and that really gave me a really good understanding of people that are on drugs. And you know, and with Catherine, the way I see her is that she had a good life. She was actually married and she had a baby, which she didn't want, and then things started to you know, they started to slow down and things weren't so great for her. And I think that deep down she's actually quite fun and quirky, but there's a sadness to her. Sadness because things haven't worked out in her life.
Yeah. Being down, I was going to say, the character that is like you, that isn't like you, that is like you.
Yeah. I think the line I'm going with at the moment is like a 20-year-old version of myself. Yeah, I had a lot of fun in my early 20s, obviously. But yeah, I think she is like a little bit confused about what's going on. I think it is that weird phase of like approaching your 30s and not knowing what to do, and you know, and lots of people are settling down and having kids, and I don't think she definitely doesn't want that, but she doesn't know what she wants. I think that's the deal. And like, she doesn't know whether she wants to be with her girlfriend or not, and she doesn't know whether, you know, what she wants to do, and I think she's got like, it was a nice metaphor of the past, like, chasing her as well, and I think there's all these things that converge onto her life, and she's also got this crazy mother that kind of flashes in.
Talk to me about the community side of this project, because obviously the big brother, big sister thing is a huge important part of you. Talk to me about that.
So that's another thing taken from real life. When I was younger, I was in the Big Brother Big Sister program, and it was absolutely an immense life changer. Like, I met this girl, and it was, you know, over the course of a year, I got to spend time with her, and you really do get like attached, and I think that's what's seeped into the script, is that reciprocity that you just kind of give each other without giving each other, you know what I mean? Even if you're just going to the movies once a week, like, you're both changing each other's lives in such a way, and it's a really special and unique bond, and I think that like it really inspired it. So
And you're really hoping this can inspire people to get involved with, you know, more projects like this, you know.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. I think it's just that's where we're going, and hopefully it's just one of many that are pushing forward.
I love that. Which actually leads me to a great question. What would you like your audiences, either it's from the show as a whole, or even just from you guys individually as characters, to take away from this when they're watching it? You know.
I think it's identity. Just honor your identity and just be true to yourself, and don't be afraid to go out and do what you want to do, and just accept yourself. Others will accept you for who you are, and we're all part of the same world, really. We're not going anywhere. So, and also I was going to just mention just quickly cyberbullying, because there is a bit that's a big issue today, and it's in the script, and it's all over Facebook, it's all over social media, and I think that's something that we really need to. I think that's a strong message in the script that we need to.
Absolutely, that's great. What about with you guys?
The two words that came to my mind was acceptance and compassion,
Yeah,
which is kind of like, you know, the whole thing about owning who you are, or just accepting other people.
You know, because you were saying that Charmaine has put it out there and said, and someone goes, oh, I'm so glad someone else said that. I was thinking it, I wasn't going to say it. Someone else said it for me. Phew. And also that it provides, hopefully, what you said just now as well, but acceptance, a little space for reflection. And so it goes inward and you go, oh, phew, I'm not alone.
I would love people to think I am okay and everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
No matter what their circumstances or what anything is. Like, it all is divinely
It's a really powerful message.
It's true.
A couple last questions. Where would you like to see your characters end up if you could? I know. I'd love to see you involved too. Because we all obviously you know go on a life journey as people, so we obviously want to see our characters go on some kind of an arc too and go from one place to another. Where would you like to see that?
I think really plain and simple, I just hope that she ends up happy. I just hope Talia finds happiness. I don't think she's unhappy. I think she spends so much time supporting, or not even she does support, but she really is such one of these people that we all are in different ways, and people in our lives that, is everyone else okay? Is everyone else okay? How is everyone else? Oh, hang on, there's this whole person here that needs to be okay before you can fully make sure these ones are okay.
Catherine, we just clean the fuck up.
Clean your apartment.
Just clean the fuck up. Clean your act up.
Yeah.
And yourself, I'm the integral part of the show.
This is right ahead.
Here we go.
I love this.
Like, from a writer's perspective, like where my character has to go, like it's quite a classical arc in terms of, you know, her reaching her ultimate goal is that she marries Talia and adopts the kid.
Okay.
And the series ends.
On that, there's such a journey you can expect.
Oh god, because she's so far away from it right now. Good god.
And what I love is, as you were talking about the web thing, because you're not sticking to those original formats, you can just take some risks. You know, which should be really exciting for you in the writing process. You know?
Totally.
And I think one definitely final important question is, how would you like to see this show create a change for us as as women in the arts, as people of diversity in the arts? How do you want to see this,
Well, just with diversity, like, I mean, you look in American, like, TV, and, I mean, a lot of the races are represented there. It's just normal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Whereas now I watch TV and I go, oh, there's an Asian person. Oh, there's a, like, I can pick out the different, I'm like, oh, who is that,
But there is an actual Asian comedy, right? There's, what's it called?
Yeah,
Family Law, which I was trying to
there's
audition for. Yeah, that's Asian.
But I feel like
right.
it's also mixing it, I mean, have you noticed that we're still kind of doing Here Comes the Your Bibs
That
and
is
and
true.
that
That
very
is very
segregated
true.
shows.
That is
I
very
mean, I think what's so great about just sitting here and witnessing this really is an eclectic group
Actually,
of different people and stuff
Colours
coming
of
together.
Britain,
And all of a sudden we're no
Yes.
longer divvied up into those boxes, and we actually become one, which is, I think, that's what's missing, where there is like no ageism, no sexism, no you know what I mean, we're all like, you're just a character because you're a character.
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
100%.
Regardless of
Where you're from, what you do.
So you guys want to add as we wrap it up? This has been really inspiring, and it's
been
great.
fun.
I know.
And I just have to say, like,
thank
as someone, like, it's so great to, like, there are such talented actresses out here as well, and it's so great to just have people who are, like, smart and articulate, and you can just get together and make this thing, and I think, just with the right spirit, you can make something that's really awesome, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to thank you, and in particular, I want to thank you for taking us on this journey.
No worries, thank all of you.
And I look
Thank
so
you.
forward to seeing everything happen, and thank you for taking me on this journey. And
Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you apple. apple, a plum, and a apricot or two.
Are we talking to camera? Are we talking to each other? Yeah. But for the first part
talking to
though.
each other, yeah.
Right, great, okay.
So it's awkward when I do this?
Yes, that's very awkward.
Boy meets world.
I think that...
It's an off the shoulder.
yeah.
It's a flick.
Yes.